What's up, everyone? It's your boy Crisp Purpose back at it again with another Gems of War AutoPlay goal farming teams. Okay, so these teams, guys, are some that I've shown off on live stream. So, as I said before, I wanted to go over them in a video for you guys so you can have them to look back and check out these teams. So, the first team is my auto goal team. This team consists of Greed at the top of the team. Greed is going to be here because he is an empowered troop. So once Greed casts at the start of battle, he will gain gold equal to my life with his treasure hoard spell. And then he's going to gain 65 life and he's going to gain an extra turn. A very good option if on a gold farming team. Greed is empowered, of course, and he also has Omen of Stone, in which he will explode a brown gem at the start of battle, and he has Greedy. He will gain 2 bonus gold on 4 or 5 gem matches. The weapon of choice here on this team is the Diamond Ring of Fire and Ice, for a number of different reasons. So this particular weapon will deal 56 damage to all enemies. Along with that, it will freeze and burn all enemies. Then it will create 3 blue giant gems and 3 red giant gems. One of the reasons why I went with this weapon is because of the weapon upgrade. So let's go inside the troop menu right here and go to the weapon upgrades. It has enchanting, so it will enchant myself when the hero casts this weapon. Enchanted allies are going to be gaining 2 mana every turn. That's what enchant does. So this will be specifically though only for the hero. It has lightning as well. It will deal 5 scatter damage, and it has curing, so it will cleanse myself. And it has radiant, which is very good. This is a overlooked talent at times. Giving 1 mana to all allies is very good, and along with that, it has lucky. It will gain 2 to a random skill. Yeah. And the class that I decided to go with here is, of course, the Geomancer hero class for several reasons. For one, this hero class has a stone skin, so it will reduce damage from skulls by 50%. So just in case Greed dies, the hero can tank here and bring home the win. It also has Infused Stone, in which all construct allies start battles with 50% mana. No other constructs are there other than the hero, so at least the hero is going to be having a 50% mana start. For the talents in the class, I went with Serendipity. Anti-Magic Sphere is also notable, just in case they're targeting the hero. The hero will reduce damage from spells by 20%. I went with Tactician, Rock Solid, Tree of Knowledge, and of course, Fortitude, making the hero immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, lycanthropy, and devour. Right, so on this team as well, I'm going with pure magic. That's what I'm running for this team. Nothing else, no Anus, nothing like that. Cedric is going to be here on the team to make sure we're getting maximum amount of gold on this fight. And of course, the weapon of the banner of choice is the banner from the Fangmore faction. Is a +2 red, +1 brown, +2 red, +1 blue, minusing brown. Yes, let's get that correct. Right, so let's hop into a fight. And as this autoplay battle unfolds, we'll talk a little bit about it. Right, let's go in. We're setting up autoplay right here, and let's see how it does. So as you can see, Greed is going to be casting at the start. So right away, your team doesn't have to wait necessarily to get full gold. It just casts and it has the full amount of gold. As you can see, the hero is enchanted because if there's green on the board and the AI matches it and gives Greed mana, the hero will also get mana from that. That can be a very, very good option. Now let's see how it plays out here. So the weapon is ready to cast again, and that's what you want to see. You want to see the weapon casting a lot in this team, and I think for everyone this can work. But of course, not everyone is going to be having the Diamond Ring of Fire and Ice. So if not, you can pick out another standard AoE weapon that has enchanting, and I think it could work really, really well. Now let's see if the weapon casts again. Yes, it did. Did it get an extra turn? No. The good thing though, giant gems can work out to be very useful for your team in that it gives more mana than regular gems. So as you can see, the weapon gets powered up really, really fast if indeed it matches it. It happens that way as well for the enemy team. But the good thing that I tend to like doing when I'm doing autoplay is that I play in Leonis Empire. Leonis Empire doesn't have many troops that can be very problematic. You know what I mean? That are adding on like weird status effects to your team that could kill them off, say for example, killing your Cedrics or killing your Greed, nothing is really gonna take out the hero. But as you can see, it won, and it won definitively. Right? I've never lost with this particular team here. Now let's see how much gold we got from this. We got 7,038 gold from that battle. Now that right there is a solid showing, a very solid showing. All right, so that is one autoplay gold farming team. Now let's look at this one. This is my AutoPlay 2.0 team. So this team is a bit different. It gains gold in a slower way, but also it can be very powerful. So on this team, I have this weapon right here, Serve and Protect. This is the class weapon for Knight class. This weapon gains 55 armor and pull myself to first position. All other allies gain barrier. So the weapon is going to barrier all other allies. Now what else is notable here? I'm using the same class with the same set of setups. So Geomancer class, everything is the same. The good thing about this weapon, not only will it have shielding, but the weapon will also have radiant as well. So it can be very good in getting mana to the rest of the team, even if the mana on the board isn't being matched by the AI. And along with that, it has watery, so it will create a blue gem, and it has armor that will gain 4 armor, separate and apart from the armor that's already gaining in the spell. Yeah, I think that's the most that's notable. So the entire ally team, I should say, is going to be barriered when this weapon casts. Raksha Freeblood is going to be here on the team as well. This is a Raksha troop from Pride Lands. It has Cat Cleaver for a spell. It will deal 62 damage to an enemy and explode 1 gem boosted by my gold. And along with that, it will gain 10 gold. Now, the boost ratio for this is 5 to 1. The interesting thing about this is a slower team. So as Raksha Freeblood casts the first time, it's not going to gain that much gold. But as it keeps on casting, it's going to end up exploding the entire board, which is going to speed up the fight. Of course, it's not dealing that much damage to the entire enemy team, but because it's exploding the board so much, it ends up getting the Cedrics powered up. And once the Cedrics are powered up, the Cedrics can help by charming the entire enemy team, and that's how it gets the win. Right? Of course, I would say the Greed team is my favorite team. So I tend to use that more, but I tend to like just to watch this team. Once it gets enough gold, it just starts exploding and going crazy. Raksha Freeblood also has Greedy, so it will gain 2 bonus gold on 4 or 5 gem matches. It also has Bloodlust, so it becomes enraged when the enemy dies, and it has Armored, reduced damage from skulls by 25%. 2 Cedrics on this team as well. And yeah, let's look at the banner. The banner here is the Kraken banner from Blackhawk. It's a +2 brown, +1 blue, minusing purple banner. No purple troops on the team. So yeah, let's hop into a fight and let's see how this one works out on autoplay. All right, let's start this up. Let's move over. So as I said before, I have Serendipity set. So as you can see, one of the Cedrics is enchanted. So every single turn, that's going to be getting more and more mana. And that's the cool thing about autoplay. Some of the teams that you would never necessarily put together for a regular battle, you can actually put these together for autoplay, because autoplay is not the fastest, hands down the slowest part of the game. You're not playing it, AI is playing it. Thus, it moves very slow. So if you think of a team that might not work regularly, it might work really well on autoplay. See, so you get an explosion. There we go. As we get those 4+ gem matches, and as Raksha Freeblood casts, the explosion are going to increase. It's going to keep on exploding. And we created a blue gem, and we got a 3-way. That's not bad. That's nice. Raksha Freeblood is ready to go again, and we got stunned there. Now watch the explosion. There we go. We're getting more and more gold. The greedy is kicking in. So let's see Raksha Freeblood cast again. Huge amount of explosions. Huge amount. And once the hero casts, it's going to end up burying the entire ally team, which is going to prove to be very good. There, Cedrics are ready to go. All right, let's see what the AI does here. Casting our Cedrics. That's exactly what you want to see. We got a kill. Very nice. All right, let's see what the hero does here. So the entire ally team is barriered again. And that's pretty cool, man. If you want as well, there's another weapon that I'm going to show off on the other team that actually works very, very nice. All right, let's see what happens here. So we match blue. Let's see if it gets Raksha Free Blood powered up. Nope, not yet. And we got 4+ gem matches. And as you guys can watch, the gold amount is going up. So it's at 186 right now out of 300. Let's see if Raksha Free Blood gets it going up higher. There we go, 216. And as you can see, the battles are not done, but the enemies are dying off because that huge amount of explosion plus your barrier is going to give you. There we go again. More explosions, more and more explosions. So they're going to take a 4+ gem match right there. Raksha Free Blood is ready to go again. They match a skull. It didn't work out. The hero is going to cast and barrier everyone. That is very nice. And barrier itself as well. And they did not cast, which is good. Now let's see if Raksha Free Blood cast. No, it took a skull. And yeah, this is an excellent option. I think what's this called? AutoPlay is actually very good if persons are like, you're working from home, you're very active doing work. You can play gems while while working. This is an excellent team because this takes a little bit longer than the normal team because you saw with that team that had greed, the battle finished pretty quick because AoE damaging weapon, as opposed to this where you're hitting singular targets. It takes a little time, so you have that time to let me do some work while the team plays, and it doesn't necessarily need you to keep on starting over autoplay every couple seconds. This one actually takes a decent amount of time, which can be useful. Right, so we have only one enemy left, and this is taking a while, as I said before. Let's see if it finishes up. And it just needs to match blue and brown. Blue and brown, and it should get things done. Oh, there we go. Got a skull, and Raksha Free Blood is ready to go. Now, let's see what damage she does here. We're at 300 gold already. Let's watch the explosion. One more hit should do it. Let's see what happens here. Come on, there we go. 4+ gem match. Cedric is there. Take the other 4. Nice. At least the AI is at least the AI is thinking like me a little bit. All right, so it's gonna barrier up. Raksha Free Blood is ready to go, and I think this should be the final hit. Now let's cast. Good. Right there. Boom. Got the kill. So that is that team. That is the second AutoPlay gold farming team. Right, just in case you want to be doing some gold farming, and it got the same amount of gold as the previous team. But of course, it has 2 Cedrics, so of course, that's going to happen. All right, so let's move on to the final team. The final team here is a Chris Crinkle team. Right, so just in case anyone still wants to get souls, I have Ferrous Ra on this team. Why is Ferrous Ra here? Because of his final trait, Necromaster, gain 150% bonus gold from battle. Along with that, Chris Crinkle is going to be here because Chris Crinkle gives gold and souls. As you can see, his spell is Toys for Everyone. He will give all allies 55 points to a random skill and a random status effect. And along with that, it will gain 50 gold and 20 souls. And gain 2 treasure maps. Just in case you're a treasure map fan, there you go, you're gaining treasure maps. His traits are immunity to frozen, which is insulated, fortitude, standard trait of being immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, lycanthropy, and devour, and ho ho ho, a 30% chance to create 3 freeze gems when my turn begins. I'm using the Dawnbringer weapon here. Why am I using Dawnbringer? Because it is going to be barriering all allies. It will deal 61 damage to all allies, to all enemies, I should say. Let's get that correct. Deal 61 damage to all enemies boosted by yellow gems. Boosted by yellow allies and enemies. Give all allies barrier. If there are 13 or more red gems, gain 2 magic. Let's see what class am I using here. I'm using the Bard Hero class. The main reason I'm using it for the final trait, Bardic Inspiration, which will give all yellow allies 1 to all stats at the start of each turn, which can be good for autoplay team because you're matching gems and it's slowly moving. It's not moving very fast, so thus you're going to be gaining a lot of magic. In the class here, I have Serendipity Set along with Anti-Magic Sphere, Mana Source, starting battles with 50% mana, Mentor, Tree of Knowledge for the enchant, and of course, Mystic Channel. Mystic Channel isn't that important, but yeah, the banner that I'm using here is going to be the same. I think it should be the Kraken banner from Blackhawk, Right? Let's hop out. Let's hop into a fight. Let's see how this actually does. Now, if Chris Crinkle gets a good start here, this can be amazing because it's just going to be tanking a lot. Let's see if we can start up autoplay right here. And let's see how things go. So the nice thing about this is that you can have the option of gaining souls. I know that soul farming in today's date isn't very important. If you play a lot of Nomapaloozas, if you grind the vault event, you should be gaining a huge amount of souls, way more than you can gain from doing soul farming. But just in case anyone's out there that might have these troops, you have these things, and you might still need a little bit of souls, which I think there are a couple people still out there that need a little bit of souls, you can actually use this team. All right, let's see when Chris Crinkle casts. We are at 50 souls in the battle right here, and we're almost max on gold. So I think 2 casts from Chris Crinkle should actually get the maximum amount of gold and souls in this fight. And of course, as I said before, Dawnbringer is going to make things much easier because it's dealing AoE damage. There we go. And plus, Chris Crinkle can also boost up Dawnbringer's magic, which could end up making the fight go a lot faster. So the barrier is working very well. They're targeting my Ferris Rob, but it's not actually working out for them that well. Let's see what it actually does. All right, so this troop is Hunter's Mark. Everyone, a Ferris Ra is going to cast. Nice big hit from Ra. And there it is, Dawnbringer is ready to go. Let's see how the game does here. And the nice thing about Chris Crinkle, that final trade can work very well for a autoplay team in that it is freezing the entire enemy team because you have that you have those freeze gems popping up on the board. Thus, if they match when they appear, or if the AI matches them, you can end up freezing the enemy team, which can slow them down somewhat. And as you can see, the team is winning very, very easily. Let's see what Chris Crinkle does. There we go. The entire ally team is blessed up, which is good. So we're also barriered and blessed. Very, very cool. All right, let's see what Cedric does here. He's going to bring one of these suckers up to the top and charm him. Nice. 84 damage right there. Let's see what is left. Let's see if we can get some blue gems and get the kill here. There we go. We got blue gems. And that's the ho final trait. It's doing well. All right, so this is a pretty good team. I feel very confident with this team. I've seen instances when Chris Crinkle dies, but he never dies before maxing out the gold and souls. And even if he dies, Cedric is at the bottom to help out the team. He can summon those bomb bots, and they can be a real help, especially if they haven't taken any damage. All right, let's see what the AI does here. Is it going to match skulls? Nope, it did not. And it made more gems. Let's see if it takes skulls here. No, it did not take skulls. Hey, that's why you have to have a very good team. You want to make sure that it always wins, because the AI can be very stupid at times. Instead of matching the skull and getting the win there, it did the complete opposite. Let's see what the weapon does. It's going to cast. And boom, we got the kill. Yeah, guys, those are my autoplay gold farming team. I tend to prefer to make gold farming teams or soul farming teams for autoplay, and this works out well. If you guys actually like this team and you want to use it, you can actually, if you don't need the souls, right, you can take out Fierce Ra and just put in a greed if you want that. Or if you don't want greed, you can go right ahead and put in another Cedric. Eventually, Chris Crinkle is going to max out the gold and get you more gold. But this, I just want to show this off just in case anybody still needs souls. Here is an option. But yeah, guys, those are the teams. Let me see if I can go back over them again. So the first team is my auto gold team with Greed, Diamond Ring of Fire and Ice, 2 Cedrics. Then the other team is my auto gold 2.0, consists of Serve and Protect, Raksha Freeblood, and 2 Cedrics. And then the final team is the Chris Auto Gold and Souls team. Has Chris Crinkle, followed by Dawnbringer, followed by Fierce Ra, followed by Cedric. Yeah, guys, if you found this video informative and if you like it, and even if you disagree with these teams, let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section and definitely hit that like button. And if you haven't done so as yet, tell your guildmates to come on and check out this channel showing off PvP teams, Guild Wars teams, Explore teams, and of course the viability ranking series. All right, guys, I'll catch you next one. Peace.